Hey guys, in today's video I will be comparing Those Who Remain to Rainfall. I've heard some people complain about how Rainfall is just like Those Who Remain, or at least is very similar. Especially back when Rainfall was paid access, I heard a lot about this. So I wanted to compare the games to see if that's really true. Anyhow, let's start off with the pathfinding. In Those Who Remain, the pathfinding is genuinely just a joke. Look here, for example. There are two entrances behind the spot and there are two entrances in front. Despite this, all the zombies go through this one door. They don't spawn behind, they don't try to flank, they all spawn in the same spot and walk through the same door, making camping easy as fuck. There are plenty more camping spots as stupid as this, such as this one on Manor, where they could flank you from the back, but none of them do. Instead, they just walk in a straight line. Now, the pathfinding in Rainfall is not perfect. There are times where zombies can go right to you, but instead decide to walk off somewhere else and hug a wall. Apparently that is more exciting. Most of these have been fixed quite quickly, especially the cheese spots on Small Sanctuary, though not all have been, such as this one on Hospital. There are also some cheese spots here and there, for example in this hallway. As long as you don't open the door behind you, the zombies will just walk in a straight line. For Those Who Remain, there's no unique objectives. There are some basic ones, but guess what? They are recycled for every fucking map. After what I think to be 7 years, they still haven't bothered making new objectives. They could have made map-specific ones. For example, on Laboratory, you could have stolen some samples, or on Manor, you could have taken a specific book from a bookshelf and you could have opened a secret room. But nah, let's just use the same boring ass objectives for every single map. That'll totally entertain the community. Anyhow, actually, here's some of the objectives in the game. There's the fuel truck, which is just there to waste your ammo and makes absolutely no sense for a zombie apocalypse. Why the fuck would you waste the little fuel that you have left? That would be one of the most valuable things you can have during an apocalypse. Anyhow, that's one of them. Then there's the radio and unpack objectives, which are identical. But anyhow, they basically just make you a sitting duck. Like, especially in high waves, there'll be so many zombies, it'll just overwhelm you. And they're often placed in terrible spots where you're going to be flanked from multiple sides. Then there's the escort one, which is just following a random ass NPC around the map. Luckily you don't need to defend the NPC, because the zombies don't target them, even though they're human. A bit weird, but oh well. They also constantly get stuck, like, everywhere they go. I have not seen the escort mission actually work normally. They always get stuck on something. Every time. Then there's the somewhat interesting ones, which is to repair a truck and find supplies for a bus. But these also get boring quite quickly, especially after they get recycled for every map. And these two objectives are just too dangerous to attempt on high waves. So, on high waves, you won't even be able to try to do them. The only one you can really do is the fuel truck. In Rainfall, there are a lot more unique objectives on both story and survival maps, but I will focus on survival maps as they are more similar to Those Who Remain. There's the hospital objective, which is to plant bombs on weak points so a group of survivors can get past a large horde. There's the diner objective, which is to find fuel around the map and then escape in a car. There's the church objective, which is to use a radio and then escape in a car. And last but not least, there's the farm objective, which is to repair a truck and find supplies, then escape. The reason why it isn't as boring in Rainfall as it is in Those Who Remain is because it isn't recycled for every map. Imagine having to repair the same truck if an escape on every single map. It would get quite boring now, wouldn't it? The balancing in Those Who Remain is honestly quite bad. For example, the M60 gets 100 rounds for every pickup, while the AK only gets 30. The M60 does more damage, which means there's no point in using the AK once you've unlocked the M60. Same goes for other weapons such as the AA-12 or RPK. And the M60, MG42 and minigun is so much better than the other guns in this game that when you have unlocked them, there's no point in using anything else. There's also just way too many early game weapons in the game, to the point where you would just skip over a bunch of guns so you could afford a much better one. As the guns in this game work like the cheaper guns are significantly worse than the more expensive guns. They're not equal in strength. The more expensive ones are much better than the cheaper ones. In Rainfall, I would say that the balancing is pretty good, as there are no definitive best gun. It mostly just depends on whatever you prefer. For example, battle rifles deal more damage than assault rifles but have way higher recoil. So, do you want to sacrifice damage for less recoil, or do you want to sacrifice recoil control for more damage? You can also customize the entire gun. In Those Who Remain, you can only change the skins on weapons, but in Rainfall you can change the barrel, the stock, the sights, and more. And you can make a heavy build focused on camping, or you can make a mobile build focused on running around. You can also convert weapons, such as turning an assault rifle into an LMG or a shotgun. So in Those Who Remain, there is the Juggernaut, which is just... I hate it. I don't know how to describe it. It's supposed to be a heavy enemy, yet it is the fastest in the game. You cannot damage it from the front at all. What you're supposed to do is wait for it to charge into a wall and then shoot at its back. Problem is that it can turn. Yeah, it doesn't charge in a straight line. It can fucking turn around instantly and it will insta-kill you. It also has this long range attack which deals a shit ton of damage and gives you a massive stun. So, that's just fucking lovely. Then we have the Bulwark in Rainfall, which is way better designed than the Juggernaut in Those Who Remain. The Bulwark has a large weak spot on its back that completely ignores its armor if you shoot at it, and the game even tells you this if you ping him. Meanwhile, in Those Who Remain, you just have to guess. The Bulwark has two attacks, which is a punch and a slam. Both of these will knock you down and stun you and deal a pretty good amount of damage, though the Bulwark has a short cooldown in between the attacks, so you have time to run away. He will also yell before he slams, so you know he's about to slam you. When he slams into the ground, he gets stunned for a bit, so you can run behind him and shoot at his back. You can shoot at its armor and kill it that way, but I wouldn't recommend it unless you use Dragon's Breath or Fletched rounds, as those two rounds can ignore armor on not just the Bulwark but all zombies. And now onto the game modes. In Those Who Remain we have Regular, which is a lot easier than the other modes. Here the zombies don't stun you as much, they are slower and there are less of them. And thankfully there are no Juggernauts. Next we have Classic. It is a harder version of Regular and it just sucks. The zombies give you a large stun on every hit, often resulting in large hordes just catching up to you and killing you almost instantly. The later waves, there are a shit ton of Juggernauts. I think there are like 10 or more, maybe even 20. So so if you're in the open, you're just dead. There are also a lot more zombies, which wouldn't be that bad if they weren't stupidly fast. Like half of them are faster than you, and the other half are just slightly slower. And again, if you get stunned, all of them will catch up and kill you. Then we have Endless, which is just terrible. Instead of being one wave that gets harder and harder, it is about surviving a bunch of different waves while defending a generator. You're not allowed to explore the map or try to survive where you want to. Everybody has to be next to the generator and defend it. And you can probably tell why basically nobody plays this mode. Every time I tried to play it, I ended up in lobbies with only like one guy, or sometimes it just started a new server. Then, last but not least, we have Hardcore. It's similar to Classic, but the zombies deal more damage, they are way faster, and there are more waves to survive. It also gives more credits and XP, so, you know, it's perfect for just AFK with the A10. Which I will also talk about later in the video. So, if you want to hear more about the A10, stay tuned, I guess. In Rainfall, we have Casual, which is basically an easy mode to the game. There are fewer zombies and they deal less damage. You also get less rewards for playing it. Honestly, just play normal. It's way better and you get more from it. And then, of course, next we have Normal, which is the regular mode of the game. Zombies aren't that dangerous, especially since some of the maps are very open, but they can still be a threat, especially if a lot of them attack you in a small area, such as the house on the farm. You should also be careful of Chard, Bloaters, and Bulwarks, as Chard deals high damage with burning, while both Bloaters and Bulwarks can stun you, making you unable to run from any hordes chasing you. Then we have Hard Mode. Hard Mode is similar to normal, but there are way more zombies and they deal a bit more damage. And if I remember right, I think some zombie types can spawn earlier as well, though I'm a bit unsure. Then we have Hardcore, which is not out yet, but it's basically hard mode without revives. Then, last but not least, we have Apocalypse. It is the most difficult mode in the game as of now. There are way more zombies, they deal more damage, and they are a lot faster. You have to manage your stamina perfectly in order to survive really any large horde. You also can no longer outrun virals. Even though you are faster than them, you will run out of stamina before being able to make any proper distance. Apocalypse also gives like double the rewards than normal does, so even though it's difficult, it's worth it. There's also modifiers that make the game more difficult and give extra provas, currency, and XP. You can put these modifiers on any mode you want, and personally, you should put at least one or two on, as they do give like a bit extra, which is nice. It shows in the long run, especially if you play during a double XP, double Krovas weekend. Now, I don't want to go too much in depth about the perks, as that would make the video much longer. So I'll instead just give a quick explanation on what I think about the perks in both games. The perks in Those Who Remain is just straight up shit until you get like level 60, which already takes a very long time to get to. Once you are level 60 though, you will unlock Adrenaline Rush and Steady Hand perks. Steady Hand will decrease your recoil, while Adrenaline Rush will let you heal a lot when you're out of combat. Then after level 60, so around level 60 to 100, there is Brisk, Speed Demon, Guardian Angel, Juggernaut, and Overwatch. Brisk makes you reload faster. Speed Demon lets you run faster. And then we have the Guardian Angel, which lets you revive one guy per wave, which is so fucking stupid that a basic mechanic such as reviving is locked behind a perk that you have to be level 100 to get. Which, let me tell you, it takes an extremely long time to get to. I have played since 2022 and I'm only level 82. I'm not even close to 100. I remember one time I was playing during a double XP weekend and I grinded for the entire weekend and I went from level 57 to 65 when I grinded the entire weekend. That's how bad the grinding is in that game. God knows how long it takes to be level 100. I see people that are like level 200, 300. I don't even want to think about how much time they've spent on the game. I don't even want to think about it. Anyhow, moving on. We have the Juggernaut perk, which gives you a stronger armor than the base body armor which you can find lying around the map. And last but not least, we have Overwatch, which allows you to use the Barrett sniper rifle. In Rainfall, the perks are more complex. You get a perk point every 5 levels, and you use these points to get an actual perk. For example, one perk could cost 3 perk points. Also, every 25 levels you also get an expertise point. Expertise points can make certain perks stronger or give additional buffs. There are also 2 types of perks, which are general and utility. Utility perks boost utility items, which are things you share with your teammates. For example, normally a health kit would only heal your teammates, however with a utility perk you can now also revive them with it, which makes it a lot safer to revive them if you're getting swarmed. There are a bunch of general perks, so I won't really go into detail about them, but I was thinking I could show you guys some of the perks that I personally use. Reload Rush with Expertise, which makes you reload faster after every kill. Memory Metal, your armor will slowly regenerate out of combat. And when I say slowly, I mean slowly. Healthy Regen, makes you heal faster when you're out of combat. Stockpiled with Expertise, you get an additional throwable and you get one of your throwables back after every 25 kills. Bandolier, which doubles your ammo reserve. I do use more perks, but these are the ones that I use the most. Then there is the Christmas event, which I could not have made this video without mentioning. This one just shows just how greedy the developers are and the fact that they don't give a shit about the community anymore. You can either grind for hours upon hours, and with grinding it's just sitting in a corner with an LMG, or pay 1,500 Robux to get by far some of the most overpowered weapons in the game. And, of course, my dumbass decided to buy these weapons to show y'all just how overpowered they are. In total, it costed me fucking 7,500 Robux. So please, I am begging you, like and subscribe so I can fix a giant hole in my wallet. I have no idea what they were thinking when they added the minigun. 2,000 bullets plus high damage. You will literally never run out of ammo with it. It's a fucking camper's wet dream. And then we have Festive RPG, which is the Festive RPG is literally just a regular RPG, but as a secondary. So technically, you can run around with 2 primary weapons instead of just 1, making most secondary weapons just useless. Then we have the Candy Cane Sword, which is probably the only decent melee in the game. The melee weapons in this game are a complete joke, to the point where you can't even hit a zombie that's right in front of you, almost hugging you. Then we have the Dog Whistle, which just makes the whole scavenging part of the game pointless. The dog will bring you whatever item you need, ammo, armor, gas masks, you name it. Last but not least, we have the A10, the most overpowered thing in the game. This one you can tell that developers don't care at all about balancing. It's like they added the A10 just to say fuck you to the community. It not only makes the game way easier, but it also just makes it way better to just AFK if someone in the server has it. When it kills a zombie, everyone in the server gets credits and XP from it, meaning you can get credits and XP without even playing. You can get it from literally just staying in the menu, not even spawned in. I don't think I need to explain just how fucking stupid this is. I have no words. I have no fucking words. You might wonder why I am supporting these developers if they are so terrible, why I bought these weapons, and yeah, honestly the reason isn't that good. I wanted to give a better review and to show y'all just how overpowered these weapons are and the fact that the developers just don't care anymore. So guys, that is the end of the reviews and comparisons. Honestly, these games are quite different, and you can probably tell which one is the better one. The reason why I even compared the games was because people have called Rainfall a copy, just because the zombies look similar. So I wanted to prove them wrong. And the reason why I didn't really mention the story maps in Rainfall is because Those Who Remain doesn't really have anything similar, and I want you guys to experience those maps for yourself. There's this part in Small Sanctuary which just has an amazing soundtrack. You'll know it when you hear it. I would highly recommend checking at least that one out. Anyhow, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I really want to make more videos about either reviewing or just simply yapping about a game that I like. So please tell me in the comments if there's any games you want me to check out, or if there's anything I should improve on. This is kind of my first review, comparison, whatever you want to call it. Anyways, that's all. Thank you for watching.